Hi guys, if you're new here, I'm Sandy. I do a lot of crafts and none of my friends want to talk about them or about them too much. So let's say once a month I come on here, have a glass of wine and talk to you about it. So cheers. Yes, I'm about to mention you. Oh, that's good. So a little housekeeping. I have a dog. Her name is Maisie. She does whatever she wants because she's in control of life here. Girl dogs, let me tell you. And yeah, so if she barks, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. If you have a dog that will also in turn bark, it is the afternoon and this is the best place for me to be because this is the best air conditioner in the flat. So if the lighting gets a little wonky with the window behind me, sorry. But yeah. And any other housekeeping? Oh yes, I live in Malta, and Malta does this thing in the summer where each town has their like little festivals, and mine is right now, so I'm pretty sure the fireworks have stopped for the afternoon, but if there's one thing about living in Malta, it's that you never know when you're going to hear a firework. So if you do hear fireworks in the background, I am so sorry. I will try to pause while they're on, but yeah, you never know when they're going to come, how long they're going to last. If it's 8 in the morning and fireworks, it's just, what can you do? So, if you watched last month, this is mostly just updates on those projects. Today we're going to be talking about knitting, crocheting, and then a sewing acquisition. But if you're new here, I do semi-crafts. I love crafts. So, the first one is, actually, let's start with, so I made this for my niece. I'm calling it the strawberry set. So I made a little headband and a little bolero so that she can be a little strawberry. I'm going to visit them soon and I'm staying with my brother, so I wanted to bring something really, really good. This yarn is discontinued. It's actually right behind me, I think. I can't find it anymore on Lovecrafts, but it's the Catania Skackenmeyer. It's a sport weight that I bought a bunch of before Brexit when I was living in Ireland. And I've been waiting for just like the perfect thing to do with it because I bought really cute colors. I still have more of it, but it's 100% cotton, sport weight, just all up really good yarn to do. I did this set with it held double to make a DK. So the bolero was in Simply Knitting magazine that I get. I talked about this last month as well, but if you really like knitting patterns but you find them expensive and you want good quality ones, get like a Redley subscription because you get all the magazines. You get sewing patterns, knitting pattern, crochet patterns, even like I love the workouts in the magazines because it kind of switches up every month, and so I use it as like everything. It's, yeah. And also I love print media. Would I prefer to have subscriptions to paper magazines coming to me like every month for every magazine? Yes, that would be my dream. But when I was little, I asked my mom how many magazine subscriptions you were allowed to have, and she was like 1 or 2. So I think as part of me still thinks that. I don't know. But yeah, for reading on your tablet, it's really good. The only problem is, what do I read in the bath, you know? But yeah, so no, it's so cute. I got this from one of their editions. I saw it and I was just like, what I did is I sort of knit this, because the way it works is you do this lace bit and then you just switch colors. So it's actually like a really uncomplicated knit. Like I would say this is, if you know how to knit, if you've made like a basic sweater before but you want to try lace, this is a really great lace. I did this mostly in like buses and pubs. This was a purse project for a really long time. And it's adorable. Is that button centered? I don't know. Anyway, it's really cute too because she's a little strawberry blonde. It's gonna be so cute. Yeah, but it was really easy to do. I actually did it once with the green here because this bit is knit. So I just did the red and then I seamed it together after. I got the buttons on Etsy. By the way, I'll link them below. But yeah, like this, such a good project, so cute. Yeah, if you want to start lace, it's worth like a free trial of Redley just to get this pattern in, and any Simply Knitting pattern. To be fair, they put it in a magazine. They do tend to test them. It's a really reliable way to get patterns. I was gonna do maybe little flower clips. I was gonna do maybe, I actually started them, didn't like them. I started a little like headband that I was gonna attach flowers to, didn't like it. Just nothing really fit. And so I went to Ravelry and I just looked for something in like a DK or sport weight. And I ended up finding, did I hold double? Yeah, I did hold double for all of this as well. This one, so it's the Karina Headband. And it's funny because I think I also made, I forget the designer, but I'll link it below. But I think I also made for one of my friend's kids the turban that this was based off of, like the little winter hat, which I loved and I would make 100 times again for like girl hats, like little girl hats. So this one's the headband. And then I decided, I got 2 of the buttons when I ordered them. Like my biggest fear with this was I really didn't want it to read Christmas. You know, because like red and green, but I think the colors are subdued enough and the little buttons. So yeah, oh, I'm so proud of this one. It's so cute. Like it, I mean, that's just adorable. So yeah, so that's the little, what I'm calling strawberry set. It turned out adorable and I hope she'll be able to wear it all summer. I hope it fits. I mean, you know, I live in a different country than my family, so it's always touch and go, but I think I made the, I want to say 1.5 to 2 year size, so she should be bang on that. And yeah, even if she only gets the summer out of it, then at least she has a cute summer, like, you know. Oh, it's just so cute. I love these little buttons. I wasn't sure what to do because the buttons had a thing. Like I had the strawberry idea and then I saw these beautiful buttons online. But they had like a black background. They were vintage. They were really pretty, but I think this suits it a little bit better because I didn't really want to add a black onto it. I might still buy those buttons though. I don't know. Maybe she's just gonna get strawberry stuff for the rest of her life. No, she'll get whatever she wants me to make her. I'm a cool aunt. Speaking of being an auntie, I also have one for her brother, my nephew. So this is one of my favorite hats to knit. It's the Barley hat. Hat is Barley source flax, yeah. The Barley hat by Tin Can Knits. This is part of their like Learn to Knit series. This hat never gets me down. Every time I make this hat, I'm just like, it looks good, it fits well, people love it, it's good for boys, it's good for girls, it's just like, everybody loves this hat. It is so good. I've made it so many times. Yeah. And then the sweater I made the matching flax. Now, if you watched last month, you're probably like, wait, wasn't that supposed to be a little Gansey sweater? Yes. Well, let me tell you what happened, okay? So basically, I went and made the sweater. Something didn't work. Like, just, I don't know. And I've made that set so many times. Like, it's a little hat and sweater. I've made it twice. I don't understand why it wasn't working. Maybe it was just the size or something, but the math didn't work out. Something went wrong. It just wasn't working. So I pulled it apart, started again. Also, I was worried about sizing because he's really tall. You know, pulled it apart, started again. Same thing happened, but like slightly different. And so I was like, look, I can sit here. I am on a deadline because I leave for Canada soon. But like, I can sit here and try to figure out this math and go nuts in my own head. Or I can just find something that I know is going to work, that's going to be cute, that he's going to love. The yarn is really nice. It's the Laines Vasto natural line. It's 100% merino. He has a bit of a sensory thing, much like me. I blame myself because I made his baby set out of like a cashmere merino blend. So kids just got a case of the fancies, you know? But this is a beautiful yarn. I still have one ball left over. But yeah, so I was just like, look, I'm gonna go for the flax. Also, you know, I'm from Vancouver. It's a BC designer. Like, we love Tin Can Knits. And this sweater is great. So I did a little research for it. I made the 4 to 6 size in the 8 to 12 length. Yeah, so I did a little research, and a lot of people on the pattern, it says don't do, because you can do back shaping, but they said for kids under 6, don't. And so I went through some knitting groups, like, you know, saw what people were saying, and some a few people said this was actually like the best thing for their kid learning how to get dressed. because it doesn't matter. It's the same back to front. So yeah, so you have the little detailing on the sleeves of the garter stitch, which mirrors the garter stitch in the hat. You know, I love it. And I think as a kid, a wool sweater is so good because like, especially you have like an active little boy, he doesn't want to sit and put a coat on, but like a wool sweater will keep him warm probably up until like mid-November. Like keep him warm enough that he can just go out in a sweater, but like, you know, be unimpaired. So possibly even too warm because it's merino. But yeah, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. This pattern I really have no gripes with. Well, that's not true. Okay, let's go with the good first. It's a really well written pattern. It was meant to sort of be like your first sweater. So if you are doing your first sweater, 100% this is the one. It's so good. It's so cute. I've never seen a picture of anybody looking bad wearing it. Like it just is so well thought out. It's just a good basic raglan. The gripe I have with all of Tin Can Knit's patterns is I absolutely am disgusted that they are written in the imperial system. Like when you know better, you do better. You grew up in Canada, babes, you know better. Do better. I hate it. Like I have to sit and do all the math before I start. And then they said download the app because you can see only your size, but the sweater wasn't on the app. And I'm like, this is one of your biggest sweaters. But anyway, honey, like you live in Squamish, get it together. Metric system. All patterns should have both, by the way. I'm a big advocate. Like it takes so little time to just do it all. And especially when you go through testers, have testers doing both. Like I think it's just so important. But like the metric system. I just don't like the imperial system. They tried to make me learn it because in Canada you have to learn, or at least in BC, when I was growing up, we had to learn both because we do so much trade with the States, right? Like, well, did so much trade with the States. And I just remember being like 8 years old and I was just like, you want me to do fractions? Like I just learned the tens. I don't want more fractions in my life. So yeah, metric system, please, Tin Can Knits, please. But I do love this sweater. It turned out so well. I hope it fits. I'm just not around children in general ever, so I don't know children's sizes, but I can't wait. And he has beautiful blue eyes, so I think this is really gonna bring him out. Like I think he's a spring. I think she might be a spring as well, but I think this is just the most like spring beautiful color for him that he's going to look gorgeous in all winter, and I think it'll pop against the snow, so if he runs off they can find him. And it's just beautifully soft merino. I mean, I wouldn't say this is like the softest merino. It does have a bit of like heft to it, but I think for an outdoor sweater it's good. Yeah, even they were telling me when I made him, because I make when they're born the hat, the sweater, and the blanket, like a little set, and he was using that hat for years because they're just like, it's the only one he doesn't pull off. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's a cashmere. Oh. But what is the role of a childless aunt, if not to make her nieces and nephews extra fancy, to the detriment of her sibling, who, by the way, used to set his alarm at 6 a.m. to make sure I would wake up and go wake him up. So like, revenge is a dish best served cold. For works in progress, I have my 2 at a time socks. I have no idea how they got on the needles this way. I can't figure it out, but these are from my friend Oliver. They're just a very standard top down vanilla sock, cuff down. Yeah, I did ribbing all the way around. I hand dyed this yarn. It's on a 75 wool, 25% nylon base, and I hand painted it. And I asked my friend, he saw me knitting a pair of socks at the pub because I always have a pair of socks in my purse, and he was just like, ooh, those are really cool. And then he asked me a bunch of questions about knitting. So yeah, I love these. Yeah, so basically I'm just doing the foot. He's quite tall, so this is just sort of the project for when I have no bandwidth to do anything else, because it's just ribbing. Stop, Maisie! Maisie! Ribbing stockinette, which actually, now, Maisie, enough please. Thank you, Bella. Now that I actually really am like super far into it, it's kind of nice because then it's just like thinking, not thinking, thinking, not thinking. So I don't know what I did, but I want to figure it out so I can do it again. Maybe. Yeah, another one is when I blocked the sets for the kids, I blocked, this is the Total Sweetheart top by Lauren Riker. So it is all blocked. It just is dry today. It's just a little tank top. It looks so much better now that it's blocked. And it fits. I mean, I'm in two minds with it. It does fit, but I'd like it maybe to just be a little tighter. So this is in a sport weight 100% superwash merino, and superwash merino blocks, like it just expands. So I'm debating whether or not I might rip it apart and do a size smaller, or just you know. So now that it's blocked, because the way she has you do it is you knit it and then you block, and then you try it on with a bra on, so you can put these bits right where your bra straps go on the front and back, and then knit them. So when my husband is home, he was going to get to do that. Isn't he lucky? To be fair, we've been married like 9 years, so he knew what he was getting into. He knew the crafts were a thing. Yeah, and then the other knitting project that I showed last month was the marigold socks, and this, some of my hand-dyed yarn. And it is a ball. These socks, I don't know what happened. I've started them about 4 or 5 times. They were the Magnolia socks by Curious Handmade. Yes, and they, I don't know, it's actually pretty fun. I miss playing sports. And yeah, so you can't do that with a rugby ball, can you? No. But anyway, she does amazing patterns, but for some odd reason, I could just not get past the ribbing on these. Like, it kept falling off the needles, it, like in my purse, or I would grab it and I would grab out the wrong one, and I just hit the point where I'm like, you know what, or I did get past the ribbing stage a little bit, but then I was at a bar and I didn't have my cabling needle, and it was just, I don't know. I think I have determined that this yarn does not want to be those socks. So I am going to start them again, just in a different yarn, and this will be beautiful for something else. But I do need a project in my purse, because if I take the bus, and Malta has probably the worst traffic, I think, in the world. Quite possibly. Like, it takes, I don't know, I give an hour and a half to 2 hours to be anywhere, because I'm just at the point where I'm like, I hate being late. Not like it matters here, you can be late and people don't mind, but like, I mind. So, yeah, so I always try to have a sock in my purse, just so that when I'm like on a bus, when I'm, you know, relaxing, when I'm waiting, if I'm early to meet friends and I'm at a pub or something, I can just work on a sock. So this one, if you've been with me a while, you'll recognize that this is the Diana sock. This is by Kitchen Sink Shop, and I love her patterns. It's the last one in the Anne of Green Gables sock club. Why is it doing that? Okay, hopefully you can see. There's some detail there. And yeah, I've done the other two. I'm like so ready, but when I started working on this, for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. Like, the stitch count wouldn't work. It was always off. It was always messy. And so instead of trying to find more yarn for the Magnolia, I decided it can just sit, and I'm going to pick this one up and see. And as of now, it's all good. It's working beautifully. The numbers are great. Like, I even messaged her being like, is there an errata available? Because I had started and stopped it probably about like 10 to 12 times. And I was just like, this can't, like, there's got to be something I'm missing. But no, it just needed some time. So this yarn I bought in Vilnius at Zona when I was living there, which is an excellent shop. It's so close to House Turgis. Yeah, like, I love that shop so much. There's a really good bagel shop beside it too. Like, I don't know. I love Vilnius. I will talk about Lithuania all day and night. But yeah, so I got this there. It's every year for my birthday, I get a sock yarn. And then I make birthday socks. So these were my 34th birthday socks. Yeah, and it's a cashmere merino nylon blend. And it is so soft. I can't remember. I think it's like Regia something. I think it might be by Skakamair as well. I'll find it and I'll link it, but it is beautiful. I love the color, and I just thought, given that it's the Anne of Green Gables sock club, maybe if I do like the old school beauty people, Does that, yeah, that helps a bit maybe. Yeah, it's so soft. Like this yarn is so nice. And I just thought, well, Diana was like the fancy one. So let's make fancy Diana socks. I don't know. I'll go Anne of Green Gables all day and night. Just makes me so happy. Let me see. I have one crochet work in progress, which is my bag. And now I haven't worked as much on it really. My big thing was getting the kids stuff done because I leave in like a week, and I wanted to make sure those were done so that they could go to the kids on time. But yeah, so I'm making a crochet bag. So this is going to be one side, and then you have another side. I already did one side, would have to redo it. That was all last month. But yeah, so I've done a little bit of progress. I've gotten better at this in that I've learned that I need to do this in little bits because it can really hurt your hands. Like Raffia is not an easy yarn to work with. I'm working with its basic 1991 Raffia Sweet. I got it at Lana Online. There we go. I got it at Lana Online. It's a good yarn, don't get me wrong. Like I'm having fun with it. It looks amazing. I'm so happy with it. But I mean, it needs a steam block, but what doesn't? And it yeah, like it's just, I think Raffia is just hard. It's a fight. But I'm on this. I think after this I do 2 rows of single crochets or double crochets depending where you're crocheting from. And yeah, and then I just need to redo the other one I made because I made it wrong, and then the bottom, and then oh, there's fireworks, lovely. Yeah, so that's what I've been making. Not a bad little spread, I think. I only have one acquisition. It is this guy. So I was on Instagram and I saw that there's a company here called Restyle that does a lot of like kilo sales and like vintage sales and thrifting. And they said that they wanted to do a workshop, but it was just too complicated to like arrange. So they said we were doing kits for like a button tank top. And I'm like, ooh, a Maltese craft kit? Like, interesting, because I hadn't really, like, there's a lot of crafts in Malta, but a lot of it is like the very traditional stuff that they do to sell to tourists. There's not a lot of like more like what I do. Like we only have one fabric store here, and the guy working there thought cotton and viscose were the same thing, so like, you know, so I got really excited. So I ordered it right away. It was only €10, which I love. I'm gonna make a whole video of me making this. It came with a thrifted tank top and instructions, an envelope to send back what you don't use, and if you do, you get €5 off the next kilo sale, so that's like half off pretty much. And then yeah, it came with the needles, thread, and some buttons. So yeah, I'm gonna film myself doing that. I'm actually probably gonna film that right now. So yeah, but I'm very excited about that, and I guess you'll find out about it next month. But yeah, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Oh, okay. So we've determined it's time to say goodbye. Hope I'll see you next month. Thanks so much. And again, sorry if you have a dog.